Hello soulmates, today's tutorial is on the traditional Asooke cap or a Yoruba Fila. This can be worn by a male or a female as the case may be, and in this tutorial I will be teaching you how to cut and also how to sew this fila. So if this is something that interests you, please keep watching and please like this video, comment, subscribe, share, and let's get started. Welcome back guys. So for this tutorial you will need your Asooke, you will need your lining which is Ankara in my case, and you will need a stay. So there are two types of stay I usually use. This is the thick one. So if you don't have this thick one, this one is like a wording, a breast pad, but it's thick. If you don't have that one, you can just use this paper stay or gum stay. So guys, this is the Asooke I'm working with, and the length of this Asooke, so on fold right now, it is about 23 inches on fold. So when I stretch it out, I have 46 inches long. So now to cut this Asooke, what I usually do is to place my tape rule like this. As you can see, from this end to this other end, make sure you have 9 inches. So wherever that gets to, just mark the point, then you can rule a line like this. So the length of the line should be 9 inches. So after that, the next thing I will do is to measure 13 inches from where the line ended. So 13 inches like this, note the point. Then you also go ahead to this lower part, then you measure 13 inches also. So you connect the 2 points together, so you will have a parallel line. So you have a parallel line like this. So you keep doing that until you achieve 3 of these. So we just did the first one, so this is the second one. You measure 13 inches like this. You connect the points together like this. Then you continue to measure 13 inches. So this is the third one, and this is where we'll be stopping. So for this cap we are working with a head band of 22 inches. Like the head circumference we are working with is 22 inches. So this is how to measure the headband. So I'll just put it on the screen. This is how to measure it. So now you go ahead and you cut these 3 pieces. So you go ahead and cut it like this, and the remaining fabric you have, that is the Asooke, please don't throw it away. You will need it. It is very important. So after you are done with these 3 pieces, the leftover you have, please make sure you keep them because they are very important. So now for these 3 pieces, it's time to join them together. So you place them like this. As you see the way I place them, you place them in this way, then you go ahead and sew. So I will hold it together like this, then I will go ahead and sew. So I'll hold it like this, then I'll go ahead and sew with a 1/4 inch, like very close to the edge. Then I'll go ahead and join the third part too. So this is what it looks like after joining. So the next thing is to join this other head together to form like a round shape. So this part here, you connect it to this other part here. Please, this can be technical, so you make sure you follow what I'm doing. Just make sure you join them together like this. So when you join them together, you have a round, like a cycle. It will be rounded, so you have something rounded. So you go ahead and you just join. So this is how it will look like. Then you fold it like this, then you join. So you fold like this, then you join like you did for the other part. So after joining, this is what I have. So as you can see, there's no opening at any part, so I have to just cut open one side. So you go ahead and open one part, then we have this rectangle shape. So I went ahead to also iron this is what I have. So the length is about 8 inches, and the length of this is 24, is about 24 inches. And I told you that we are working with a head circumference of 22 inches. So we will be cutting out our gum stain right now, and I'll be layering this up to about 6 times. So I'll be cutting 6 of these. So the length will be 24 inches, and the width of this is 3 inches. So it is 3 inches wide and the length is 24 inches. So like I said, if you are using this, you just cut just single one. But if you are using this type of stay, you have to cut like 6 or 5 of it so that it can be thick. But if you have a thick paper stay too, you can just use that one. So this is what I have currently. So I'll go ahead and just join them together by placing it on this part. So I'm trying to trim out these edges because it is not straight. So the way you place this stay on it, you leave about 3/4 inches, that is close to 1 inch. 3/4 inches, make sure it is 3/4, don't leave half inch. By placing it like 3/4 inches away from the tip, then we'll go ahead and sew this stay down on the fabric. So after sewing this part here, this is what I have. So I'll still go ahead and sew the remaining part. But for this side here, as you see what I'm doing, like this, I'm folding this fabric on it like this. Then I'll take it to the machine and sew with 1/4 inch. I'll sew with a 1/4 inch like this. So I'll sew this part here with a 1/4 inch. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. As you can see, it has an overlapping at this area, so you can go ahead and iron it so that it can be flat. And at this other part, just go ahead and keep sewing a straight line, or if you have a zigzag stitches, you can just do a zigzag stitches at this part. So after ironing and sewing, this is what I have. As you can see, it is looking really nice. So now it's time to measure our edge circumference with the sewing allowance, and whatsoever we have left, we'll be trimming it off. So my edge circumference is 22, and 22 divided by 2, that's 11 inches, and I'll be using half inch to sew. So I'll be measuring 11 and a half at this part. So I just have a little to trim off. So I have very little to trim off at this point. So the next thing we'll be doing now is to join our lining to this. So this is my lining. Please don't be like me. Use a matching fabric, at least something very close to the color of your cap. So I'll place this on it like this, then I'll just cut exactly the same thing like this. So after that, you go ahead and join at this part here. I'll still flip it to the other side. So you go ahead and sew with half inch here. You know we left 3/4 inches here, so you still have like 1/4 inch left. So you sew with just half inch from the 3/4 inches we left for the Asooke. So after sewing, you also top stitch on it. Make sure you top stitch so that it can flip to the other side. And when you are flipping it, the remaining 1/4 inch, make sure the Asooke is showing a little bit at the edge. That's the 1/4 inch remaining. So as you can see, the Asooke is still showing a little bit at this side. So this is what I have. So now you open it up like this, then you just flip it like this, and you just sew with half inch also. Make sure this part are aligning, this part here and this other part too. This part here, make sure they are aligning, then you sew with the half inch. So you go ahead and sew with the half inch. So after sewing, you go ahead and iron this part open like this. Make sure you use your steam iron to just iron this part open. So you iron this part open like this, then you flip this to the other side. So you flip it to the other side. Make sure you drag the lining inside so that the lining is not showing at the edge. Make sure you drag it a little bit, not too much, so that the Asooke can be at the edge. So you have excess like this, you go ahead and just hold the Asooke and the fabric together, and the lining, the Asooke and the lining, go ahead and hold it together. So whatsoever excess you have at this point, just go ahead and trim it off. So go ahead and trim it off. So after trimming it off, what I have here now is just 7 inches. So I have 7 inches right here. So now this is the pieces we have left, and I'll be joining it together with this like this. We're joining it with 1/4 inch just to make it wide. So after joining it, this is what I have. So what I will do now is to place this cap on it. So we want to draw a cycle. So we'll place this cap on this fabric like this. Then you mark like at least 1/4 inch away from the cap. So you mark 1/4 inch away from the cap. So that 1/4 inch you are marking away will serve as the allowance for the joining. So if you mark the exact circumference of the cap, it will not be enough to join this to the cap. So you have to make it at least 1/4 inches away from this. So you place this Asooke on your lining also, then you sew it around with 1/4 inch. So after sewing and trimming this is what I have. So you fold this into four like this, then you notch every other point. You notch every point, that is every corner of this cover. You notch it like this. Then for the cap also you notch the four corners also. So you also place this like this, then you also notch this other side. So we'll be aligning every notch together. That is the notching on this cover. You will align it to the one on the cap so that you can evenly distribute them. So you go ahead and just pin this down. So after you are done pinning, you go ahead and just sew with 1/4 inch at the edge. Then after you are done, you can also weave the edge after you are done sewing. So this is what the cap looks like. So guys, we are not done with the cap yet. We have to give this cap a good steam ironing. So after pushing out every corner like this, as you can see, this midpoint, that is the joining side, you fold it like this, then you bend this just like this, then you iron it down. Like you use a steam iron to iron it down. Like you iron it down, you take your time to iron this down like this. So this is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. This is what your cap should look like. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and if you haven't liked this video yet, please like, drop a lovely comment, and also share this with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.